Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. We are live. We are live. We are live. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, okay. Put a 1 in the chat. You know, we need to do a sound check, mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. What's up, Jamie Lynn Gilbert? What's up, Yvette Robinson? Hey, LW. What's up? What's up? Hey, Aaron. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Oh, we got a lot of tea tonight, y'all. Y'all need to go ahead and like and share, like and share, like and share. And y'all know the drill. We will get started after this very brief introduction. Oops, wrong one.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien.
Guess what being a blogger?
More than a blogger.
Guess what being a blogger? You are more than a blogger.
I am more than
Guess what being a blogger?
all of is my son.
Okay, that shit scares you.
I am more than a blogger.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, the Sheriff's here.
Yeah.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, the Sheriff's here.
Yeah.
Say Autumn is her son.
Yes.
Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
Say Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
Say Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
The blog goddess, 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 the Sheriff's here.
Yeah.
Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
Damn. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Come on in. Come on in. Hey, what's up, Zamzaga? Shout out to my Facebook people in the building. I always forget to mention y'all. I am so sorry. I see you, Sheila. Sheila over there on Facebook. I see you, friend. The Facebook be holding it down too. I see Tony over there on Facebook. Okay. But before I get started, I would be remiss if I didn't thank my Patreon people. You know, Patreon people got this exclusive first. So if y'all not on Patreon, y'all be missing out. I told Patreon everything today. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of what I told Patreon because we're gonna actually read the court documents today. Okay, if you just getting here, the title of this video, Porsha spoke too soon. Porsha, Simon said, not today, honey, not today. Everybody's like, Porsha won a victory over Simon Guobadia in court when she was allowed to film in the mansion. She got a court order, and the judge was like demanding Simon to do what needed to be done to give Bravo the okay. And Simon said, nope, not gonna do it. Simon said not gonna do it, and he filed some more court documents. And you know, we got the court documents. Like I would have told you sooner, but you know, it's Christmas and stuff, and I wasn't paying attention. But these court documents was filed in Fulton County, child, and we are going to talk about it. Oh, we only have one topic. We only have one topic today. I'm gonna give y'all some time to get in here though. While I give you some time to get in here, I will talk about one other thing. Y'all remember what's his name? Hold on. I pulled it up right here. Y'all remember Geoffrey Owens from the Cosby Show? He went viral last year when he was caught working, making an honest living over there at Trader Joe's in Atlanta. And somebody came in there and took the man picture and put it online. It was like, oh, look at the man from the Cosby Show working the cash register. And it went viral. Well, apparently he's going viral again because now he is saying that he is still struggling to make a living, just like a lot of Americans today. Hell, most Americans today are still struggling to make ends meet. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter if you blogging. It don't matter if you are a superstar, you're a movie, you're a director. It's like a lot of things. Like inflation is hitting everybody kind of hard. So, you know, he has spoken out and basically said, you know, I ain't shame. You know, if I need to work a job, I will work a job. However, However, despite Tyler Perry reaching out to him and putting him in movies, despite Damon Wayans putting him on a Netflix show, despite all the things that he's been doing since that time, he is still struggling. And so he was recently on V103 on the Big Tigger show. Shout out to Big Tigger and them. And he basically explained, why it is that this is so. So as y'all come in, I'm gonna play a little bit of this. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer in Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comedy, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Y'all know we researching. Okay. Some of y'all know we know. Okay, so this was over here on the on Hollywood Unlocked. It said Cosby Show actor Geoffrey Owens explains why he donated $25K that Nicki Minaj gave him and admits he is still struggling financially. Now, he was on here, he was saying, during that time that, he got caught working at Trader Joe's, a lot of stars, a lot of celebrities was reaching out to him, people was offering him jobs, and Nicki Minaj actually gave him cash money, 25,000, and he said he didn't feel right about it. Let me let you hear what he had said. Hold on.
Were concerned, but they were surprised
Yeah.
that someone who had worked on the Cosby Show, someone who had been to their appearance so successful, would be working what people would call a regular job.
Right.
And then there was this whole thing about save Elton.
No.
Look at him. He's a handsome gentleman. Y'all remember Elton? He was Sandra's husband on the Cosby Show. Those of you who remember the Cosby Show, he said, after Bill Cosby got in trouble, they took the Cosby Show out of syndication, and a lot of those actors didn't get no money no more because they was getting residuals and everything, and that stopped, that dried up. But let's listen.
What was your reaction like to that?
Well, it was mostly good, because at first there was some negative stuff about, basically the job shaming, like, look, where is he now, kind of thing. So that was a little bit, but then very soon after that, there was all this support and encouragement from all over the world. Like everybody was chiming in a positive way, encouraging me and supporting me. And
that's a good thing. I do think he overspoke. I think so too. S8 said he didn't need to explain anything. It was his ego. Well, we'll listen. Listen, we listen and we don't judge.
Giving me work, Tyler Perry, mostly, and eventually 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj.
Right.
Nicki Minaj sent me money.
Yeah, I heard she sent you like, what is it, like, I don't want to count your pockets, but it was a lot of money.
She sent me $25,000.
Right. So,
nice.
So I heard that you.
Yeah, right. It was Alvin. What I said, Elvin. Okay, whatever. Okay, it's Alvin.
Gave it to a cheerleader.
I did give it to a charity.
Why you get that money to a charity?
You know what? I don't know.
Next time.
It's like now I'm like,
why did you do that?
I contacted the charity last week to ask for it. They had used it already.
Now he gave it to charity. I want to know what charity he gave it to. And then the joke, when he said, I thought about calling them and asking them for it back. I know he did when the damn bills came around, when that mortgage came around, them light bills came around. He was second thinking. I don't know if that was a smart decision.
No. You know what it was? It was like, at the time, it seemed like the right thing to do.
What?
At the time. Listen,
well,
if
thank
Nicki
God,
Minaj had hired me.
Okay.
She had paid me $25,000 to do something. Right. I would have said, thank you for the work. Thank you. I accept. Right. But somehow and by the way, this is not to say that what she did was inappropriate or I'm not grateful for it.
Right.
I mean, some men like this are this a manly man. This that toxic masculinity people be talking about. He probably didn't want no handouts. And he explained it. He was like, if she had given him the money to work for it, then it would have been something different. A lot of people in the comments are saying, shoot, he should have just gave it back to her. Why you take it?
It was a lovely, incredible gesture. But at the time, it felt like just being given that money just as a gift just didn't seem right to keep it. I felt like, well, I'm in need to a certain extent, but there are other people that are much more in need of this money than I am.
Okay.
I was perfectly willing to accept the work, the work that Tyler gave me, the work other people gave me, and but just being gifted that money.
I mean, you got to give him credit. Like, the man was working at Trader Joe's. Come on now. He clearly wants to work to earn a living. He's not asking for handouts. I'm sure he could have called any of his celebrity friends and asked them for a check. And somebody came in there and put him on blast for working an honest job, making an honest wage. It was probably kind of embarrassing for him to go viral. And he had that age where he don't really know nothing about social media, and he was everywhere. So yeah.
As charity, I at the time it just didn't feel right.
Was it like you felt like it was maybe a handout kind of?
Yes.
Sorta?
Now, by saying that, if Nicki Minaj is listening, she's I don't want her
She's gonna see it. No, it's
but
fine.
it was a handout.
Right.
It was a very generous, lovely handout.
Okay.
Mm.
But I wasn't comfortable with that. As I said, and she said, here's 25,000, put on
do
the
something.
show or just,
Right.
whatever. Yeah, thank you very much.
Y'all said he should have gave it back to Nikki, but once Nikki give it, it's gave. Like it's like she can't dictate what the person does with it after she gives it. And hell, it's a tax write-off in her anyway. She was probably like, it's the end of the year. Let me give this 50 bands, okay, 25 bands, and so I can write it off on my taxes. Anyway, I'm digressing.
Much, but anyway, it was a weird time. It was a very strange time.
Yeah, that's weird.
For
No,
for
it's
like
not.
for 2 weeks or more,
Mhm.
I was like one of the most famous people in the world.
Man,
Like I was
You were,
trending.
you
like
were
crazy.
trending
You
like
were,
crazy.
but that was a blessing.
Anywhere without being like I was used to that to a certain extent from being on the Cosby Show years before.
Right.
But this was like nothing I'd ever experienced before.
See, I told you he ain't used to that social media viral stuff. You go viral on social media, it's all kind. It's just crazy. It's worldwide. It's different than being on TV. It's a different kind of infamy.
Everywhere I went, people recognized me. People said something to me, nice things, not good things.
Right.
Complimented me or encouraged me about
Oh.
my working and
Gotcha.
stuff like that. It was actually a really lovely thing that led to more work opportunities
yeah.
and stuff.
Good for you.
Now-
So yeah, it was it was good.
Now, did you have to quit soon after you went viral?
I quit Trader Joe's actually before the news hit.
Did
Okay.
you really?
Yeah, I anticipate because it was when it first happened. It was like it was.
This is the problem right here. He had to literally quit his job because people was coming in here taking pictures. He felt the ways. Imagine you were a celebrity. You were on all these sitcoms back in the day, and you literally working an honest job just to pay your bills. And people coming in there taking your picture, putting you all on social media. You feel a way to get a man some grace.
Strange because someone had been in the store taking pictures. That's what happened, right?
That same person?
Someone came in and took pictures of me, and I was like, well, now that this is breaking,
Right.
I'm not going to feel comfortable working in the store, wondering if this customer, wondering who's around with a camera. It's going to be just too.
Okay,
weird.
got you.
I'm a very private person. I don't want to be doing my job thinking that every other person might be having a camera taking pictures.
Right.
Got you.
So I quit. It wasn't like I quit.
I respect him too. I mean, because it is what it is. He was like, he quit, then he went back. Like, you got some more hours for me? You got any more of them hours?
Knowing that I was going to be making a lot of money soon or anything, I just felt like I wasn't going to be able to handle that kind of scrutiny, that kind of attack on my privacy, basically.
But see, look
So,
at God.
Look at him.
But Trader Joe's was a wonderful job. I got to give a shout out to those guys. It's a wonderful place to work.
Right.
Okay.
And in fact, to be honest, I've gone back there since.
Oh, you
all this
have?
happened. Yeah.
Really?
And basically, I asked for hours to work there again. Because let me make this clear to everyone listening. Even today, right now as we speak, I still struggle to make a living.
Oh.
Just like most Americans. Like, y'all gonna let social media fool you. There's so many people on social media talk about, I'm rich, I got all the money, I'm rich. It's the thing with what they say, speak it, believe it, achieve it. So most people speak it and believe it and try to achieve it. That a lot of these people you see on social media are not rich.
Struggle every day to make my ends meet. And people can't get their heads around that because they see me in movies, whether it's Mr. Santa or, and I'm on Papa's House on CBS or, all TV shows I've done and all that stuff. People have the impression that, well, you're making a lot of money. What's the problem? Why would you have financial troubles?
Yeah.
They don't understand the specifics of how my industry works.
Right.
They don't understand the salaries, the pay scales.
Well, a lot of people would imagine that you had those wonderful residual checks on the Cosby Show.
Right, which were never particularly wonderful for me.
Here it comes. Remember, Elvin. Is it Elvin? Alvin? Elvin. He wasn't in a lot of the show. Like, he wasn't a Lisa Bonet, and even Lisa Bonet left at some point, right?
Wow.
Remember, because I was not.
You were
on.
hearing it. I don't know if they really were concerned, but they were surprised
Yeah.
that someone who had worked on the Cosby Show, someone who had been to their appearance so successful, would be working what people would call a regular job.
Right.
And then there was this whole thing about saying.
Okay, it started over. But you're right, Paige. You said some folks won't work, but want to be a YouTuber or influencer. It takes a while to build up a following. Child, I can tell you, it takes forever. I mean, most people, I always tell people to start anyway, because most people start at zero. Everybody started somewhere. However, you look at people on social media and you like, oh my God, they're doing that. I could do that. And you don't realize they've been doing it for 20 years like me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, I feel like, the door is open for everyone these days to become an influencer. Some people, go viral and get there quicker than others. But at the end of the day, like, you gotta imagine, like, it's all smoke and mirrors. You think people gonna put their worst times on social media? You think people gonna put when they had to drive the Uber, to pay their rent because they weren't making enough YouTube dollars? You think they gonna put that on the Instagram? No, they're not gonna put that on the Instagram. But you would be surprised some of your favorite influencers be out there struggling. Anyway, I ain't gonna snitch. I ain't snitching. Just know they written houses and say they bought them. But anyway, I am digressing. Y'all know I am shady. Moving on, like this video. Y'all know that who else? What else is going on before I get started? I'm trying to wait till y'all get in here because y'all taking a time to get in here. Oh, King, I meant to talk about this yesterday. King Harris. Y'all know this girl on TikTok went and made up a whole story about his baby mama taking a DNA test and it wasn't his. And see, this is what I'm talking about. These influencers who make up stories, the clickbait. I was telling you about that yesterday, how YouTube is trying to cut down on the clickbait and everything, and how a lot of people are losing their channels because they, are not delivering what they say in the title. Me, but I'm about to tell you in a minute. But hold on, where is it? Hold on. Can you find it? Here it is. Is that it? King Harris. Oh, here it is right here. So he was like hanging around with the little girl. They was on live or whatever, and you could tell, like, first it was a rumor going around that she was so much older than him and that she tricked him and that it's not his baby and yada yada yada. And now we see her, she's just as young and immature as he is. So here's on Live Bites, it says King Harris's baby mama says their child looked like him, Tiny, and the grandmama. But we already knew that.
It did say he was 36, man.
I like that Mediterranean.
I want more kids.
Natural,
Yes, yeah.
healthy. Just the way God made you.
Yeah.
But he broke the mold when he
They all got the same structure face.
He made me very special.
Who?
You sure
They
did.
just got different hairstyles.
Who?
You, your grandma, and your mom. Like, and KJ. Like, they got the faux hair.
Why is that TV so loud? She's saying that the baby looked just like the mama.
Got different hairstyles.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, she's cute. And there's another little clip of them where King is speaking about how everybody lying on him.
Yeah. Damn, my dad, I don't know. Whatever they said was happening. Whatever they said supposedly happened. You know what I'm saying? Still believe in it. So don't that show y'all how stupid?
I'm trying to figure out why. How is the gingerbread house right there?
It's not fair. Shut up, Liddy.
Hey man, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck am I supposed to rub this shit in?
I bet.
You gonna give me a butter knife?
Dissension in the ranks.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Thank you.
What or should we
That's
continue
fine, right
manually?
No, anything but this.
Upstairs, my little new.
Yeah, like she could, like we could have, like we can't sue nobody. Ain't got no fucking money.
What?
You know what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to, everything in the world say about me is a lie. I don't give a damn.
Everything.
I don't really care too much. Shit didn't affect me. That just made your source. That just made your information that you talk about not credible. First, my
Right.
dad kicked me
It's
out.
not credible.
Then my dad, I don't know. Whatever they said was happening. Whatever they said supposedly happened. You know what I'm saying? Still believe in it. So don't that show y'all how stupid?
I'm trying to figure out why. How is the gingerbread house right there?
Exploitation. It's not fair. Shut up, Liddy.
Hey man, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck am I supposed to rub this shit in?
Okay, here's the baby child. Here's the baby right here. I was trying to find it. But Tiny posted the baby. The baby look just like them. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Exactly. The baby is adorable. Okay. They done posted the baby. There go the baby. The baby is his twin. Look like a little tiny. Okay. Look like a little tiny. And y'all can leave them people alone. Okay. And stop putting these rumors on these people. He said, please translate. Right. I couldn't translate it. I was just wasting time. But yeah, the baby is adorable. So shout out to King and his child's mother. Anyway, moving on. Like this video. Like this video. While we are here, this is the reason we are here, child. Porsha and Simon. I'm gonna make it quick tonight. Porsha and Simon have been going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth about this house. I have told you before that when Porsha filed for divorce, that was the first thing she wanted was for Simon to get out the house and under the prenup. And in the prenup, it says she can remain in the house for up to 2 to 3 years. I think it's 2 years. I can't remember. While they are adjudicating the divorce, and apparently, she wanted to film in the house. Simon was filing and blocking in and filing cease and desist with Truly Entertainment, and it was just a big old mess. Now, my Patreon people got the exclusive earlier. I'll read it to you, child. As you know, Porsha and Simon have been battling over the use of this house, right? The judge previously agreed that Porsha could stay there while they adjudicated the divorce, but that turned into another battle over the home because Porsha wanted to film there, because of Porsha's job as a reality star. Now, Porsha won a very small victory, okay, when the judge signed off on the order, stating that she could film in the house and, since she was at granted exclusive use. But Simon has said over his cold DEAD body, he is not going to allow it. And his attorneys have now fired back, stating that there are terms in the prenup that clearly state that filming and photographing in the marital home is not allowed. Okay. The wording was apparently to prevent both the husband and the wife from revealing personal details about one another from within the home. Now, as you know, the argument over the prenup has not even been heard yet, because that's what they've been arguing over. But the judge has been issuing these he's been getting these emergency motions from Porsha, saying, let's go around the prenup because right now I need to film, I need to make my money. And then Simon was filing documents saying that he wanted to know how Porsha made her money, what was her contract, and Porsha was refusing to turn over anything. So it's been a big mess. So you could go back into my Porsha playlist and just get your life, because we've been reading the court documents since the beginning, and I'm not gonna go all the way back. But today, this week, okay, while we was eating our Christmas dinners and unwrapping our presents, Simon filed a motion to vacate the order permitting Porsha to film. Now, his attorneys are arguing that Porsha can't ask the judge to allow certain things that benefit her, such as living in the house rent-free, mortgage-free, and Simon pay all the bills, while also ignoring the things in the prenup that don't benefit her, i.e., you can't film in the house, you can't photograph in the house. So she's been filming and taking pictures and creating content and doing all of that, and he hasn't, did anything. Now, let's look at these court documents and see what's going on, honey. Oh, I'm just so excited. This was filed December 19th, 2024. Okay. Simon respondents order to vacate order on filming in the marital residence. Now, before I read this, I want to remind y'all that Portia was just celebrating this victory when she was in at FanFest earlier. And hold on, and everybody was like, "Oh, Portia won, Portia won." I don't know, not so fast. Here's what Portia said at FanFest.
Update. What can you tell us about the process of the divorce since filming that scene?
Well, there are some recent headlines that came out yesterday that we found success with me being able to work in my home. So that whole fight that you're watching right there, it ended up being a success. So I'm able to film. I look forward to having y'all in my house next year. Okay.
So she didn't film in season 16, but Portia said, "I am filming for season 17 next year, honey."
I just think it's important at the end of the day, no matter how your breakup is, I wish the other person well, but you shouldn't want to take someone's livelihood and how they make their money. I mean, I'm a real housewife. You got to have a house, right?
Oh, yeah. I understand.
I thought a real housewife had to have a husband too, right?
Going through my own. Mia's not in her.
Okay, now Portia was talking about this particular exclusive that she gave People magazine, because she said the news came out yesterday. People magazine is Bravo's go-to. And look, Portia Williams reacts to legal victories. All these pop-ups in divorce case. God is showing out. She said God was showing out, honey. Williams filed for divorce from Simon Guobadia February after 15 months of marriage. Okay. Portia is grateful for her recent legal victory amid her ongoing divorce from Simon Guobadia. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star 43 told People at Bravo Fan Fest in Miami that God is showing out after a judge granted her temporary sole possession of the couple's home and gave her permission to film in the residence earlier this month. God is good, she shared. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, has never let me down. And at the end of the day, people are going to take their shots. People are going to try and speak on your future and what it is. But it's already written, baby. You can't mess that up. It is what it is. You just got to stay strong. And you know that the next day can be better than your current day. Now, Portia said she is going to take the man house and leave him homeless and put all his children out. But, that's God. God did it. God did it. God put this money in her pocket, honey. The reality star also opened up about how therapy has allowed her to navigate this difficult time while filming Real Housewives. I really got into therapy, and a big part of therapy was her suggesting self-preservation, which is hard to do when you're in an ensemble cast and you have to speak about your life. But I really had boundaries about what I would open up with some of the girls and what I would not. She continues. So just kind of like being and protecting myself, but also being with everyone has been a good thing for me. Okay, now it says Williams' update comes 9 months after she filed for divorce from Guobadia in February, following 15 months of marriage. Now, yeah, she said the marriage was irretrievably broken, and we still haven't figured out, why it was irretrievably broken. Because, first she was claiming Simon didn't have no money, and then in the court documents, she was saying that Simon was filing all these documents and she couldn't afford it because Simon had $300 million and she had nothing. And then she went on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and said in the teaser that she was trying to protect his assets, which was the house, which is weird because Simon pays all the money on the house and the deed is in Simon's name. So people seem to forget that. And I guess when it airs, everybody is not, most people don't know the background of it. And so people are going to believe the story that Portia is painting. But here on Straight from the A.com on my platform, y'all know I go into the court documents and we deal in facts and receipts. Now, since that time that Portia won her legal victory, this is what Simon has filed. Hold on. Let me put my little thing up here. Y'all know I have to protect my exclusive court documents. Wait a picture. Hold on. I gotta find my Straight from the A's. Lord, where they go? Oh, here they are. Okay. Now let me share this screen with you. So here it is. Simon filed this motion to vacate on December 19th, 2024. Okay. And apparently, he is asking the judge to vacate the order that he signed allowing Porsha to film in the marital residence. Simon said, I ain't playing with y'all. I am not playing. So let's go ahead and read it. Let's dig in now. Comes down Simon Guobadia respondent or husband in the above style action by and through his undersigned counsel of record and hereby files this respondent's motion to vacate the order on filming in the marital residence. He states the following. On May 20th, follow along, y'all, because this is juicy. On May 20th, the petitioner, aka Porsha, filed her request for emergency order permitting filming in the marital residence. On June 21st, the respondent, Simon, filed his response in opposition to petitioner's request for emergency order permitting filming in the marital residence. At issue regarding the petitioner's request for emergency order permitting filming in marital residence is whether the provisions of the prenuptial agreement, if enforced, prohibit filming and recording in and around the marital residence. Now, on May 31st, this court entered a temporary order allowing petitioner to remain in the marital residence on a temporary basis during the pendency of the divorce. Now, a lot of y'all think that Porsha won the house in the divorce. No, she did not. Porsha is allowed to live there, to reside there while they are going through this divorce. The house belongs to Simon. Simon's paying for the house. Simon is paying all the bills. The deed is in Simon's name. Porsha's name is not on the house. Now, regarding the issue of filming in the marital residence, this court stated in its temporary order, the parties raised the issue of whether the terms of the prenuptial agreement permits or prohibits filming / recording in the marital residence. As this matter was not formally noticed for an evidentiary hearing on the substantive issues surrounding the parties' prenuptial agreement, the court reserves those issues for later determination. And then they bolded. As such, there has been no consideration of the terms of the prenuptial agreement and whether its provisions prohibit or allow filming in the marital residence of the parties. Therefore, there should be no reliance on the court for enforcement of either party's position regarding the same until after such time as the issue has been heard and ruled upon by Judge Charles Eaton Jr. as anticipated by respondents filing of a Rule 1000-4. Now, the emphasis was added because, again, remember when they were arguing over it, the court said, our name West, we ain't in this, because Bravo was saying we need a court order. So the judge said, well, I'm not going to issue a court order. That's between y'all. There's no reliance on the court to enforce it. Now, that was in May. In September 12th, 2024, the court entered an order on August 21st, 2024 motions hearing wherein the court adjudicated the wife's objection to the motion to quash husband's subpoena to True Entertainment LLC. Now, as you recall, Simon was asking the court or he subpoenaed all of Porsha's financial records, her two banks, a couple of banks. He also said, subpoenaed I think he wanted to know Future, Dennis. He said he was messing with a man named Kelvin, Ming Lee. Okay, he was subpoenaing everybody because he said he needed this to prove that Porsha into this marriage under false pretenses. Now, Porsha filed to quash it, which means she wanted the judge to block it and said that Simon didn't need all this proof. Okay, so the judge actually stopped it. Hold on, it said it hurt. On October 24th, the respondent filed respondent's objection to petitioner's proposed order on filming in marital residence and objection to court's consideration of facts not in evidence. Now, it says without first conducting a hearing or receiving any evidence on the petitioner's request for emergency order permitting filming in marital residence, this court entered its order permitting filming in marital residence on November 19th, 2024. So Simon's saying they didn't even have a hearing, but you actually signed off on the order without giving any consideration to anything else that was going on. So now here we are in November. It said in its November 19th, 2024 order permitting filming in marital residence, the court ruled, quote, that wife's temporary sole and exclusive possession, use, and occupancy of the marital residence includes wife's unrestricted right to film and produce television, film, or social media or other audio visual content in and around the marital residence. If necessary, husband shall execute any and all documents necessary to facilitate wife's ability to film and husband's release to film, returning any documents within 48 hours. All other issues are reserved for further determination. Now, Simon said, I ain't doing that. Like, something is fishy with this. I don't know. Was the judge in cahoots with Randy Kessler? Because they all on TV. What is happening? So it says respondent, i.e. Simon, files this motion to vacate the order on filming in the marital residence and seeks to have this court vacate its November 19th, 2024 order because the court failed to conduct a hearing as it previously indicated it would on the issue. The court did not receive any evidence to support its ruling, and equity demands that this court vacates the order. Woo! Child. Let me stop for a minute and take a breath. Child, Simon's attorney is on it. I don't care what y'all say. She got the documents to prove that the court said that they were gonna issue a hearing. She has the documents to prove that no hearing ever occurred. And why would the court go ahead and authorize Porsha to film when Porsha didn't even submit the documents, where Simon was saying, prove you even have a job. Remember, she refused to do that. He said, what are the squatters' rights? Okay, the squatters' rights are different in Atlanta. We talked about that yesterday. So this right here is getting very, very interesting. You said, that's what I say is his house. He can sell. Well, he can't sell while they're in the middle of a divorce, though. Porsha is trained to be a gold digger, not a businesswoman. Ooh, it's all shady, child. Over 15 months of marriage, she arguing over a $7 million house. Ooh, I don't know if she deserves it or not. I'm gonna give y'all 30 seconds to like this video while I take a break. Are y'all liking this video? Please like this video. Y'all know that's all I'm asking you for. I'm giving you exclusive tea that nobody else is giving you. It's the holidays. It's the holidays. People are not pulling court documents, but I am. And we got this exclusive court document where we are finding out the details of Simon and Porsha's battle. Okay. Thank you. It's over 1,000 likes. Okay. Shout out to the likes. And Facebook, y'all give me some thumbs up over there. Okay. Let me finish reading. Somebody said, no, they ain't gonna give me no like. Okay, well, don't give me no like then. Just give me a thumbs down if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Okay, all right. Put this back up here. Now, where were we? Respondent files this motion to vacate on filming in the marital residence and seeks to have the court vacate its November 19, 2024 order because the court failed to conduct the hearing as it previously indicated it would. So now here is the arguments. This is where the juicy part comes from. Okay. So basically they're saying, the trial court has the power during the same term as the court in which the judgment was rendered to revise, correct, revoke, modify, or vacate the judgment, even upon its own motion. And she, citing case law. Okay. Now, basically, they saying, you have the power to reverse this order because clearly it was an error. And to me, it looks like they're setting up for appeal as well. But who am I? I am not a lawyer. I just play one on the internet sometimes. Okay. Now it says, moreover, this inherent power may be extended beyond the term in which a judgment was entered when a motion for reconsideration is filed within the same term of court. Okay. There's more case law. Okay. Now, this issue regarding the petitioner's request for emergency order permitting filming in marital residence relates to the adjudication of the prenuptial agreement, as this court would have to determine whether the provisions of the prenuptial agreement, if enforced, prohibit filming and recording in and around the marital residence. Now it's interesting because Porsha is relying on the prenup to actually live in the residence for the amount of time that the prenup stipulated. So if it's in the prenup that she cannot film, then it would seem that the judge needs to reconsider, because you can't uphold the prenup on one subject and not the other. Okay. Now it says, this court previously stated in its May 31st, 2024 temporary order that a hearing on the issue of filming in the marital residence would be held. Specifically, the court indicated that there should be no reliance on the court for enforcement of either party's position regarding the same until after such time as the issue has been heard and ruled upon by Judge Charles Eaton Jr. Emphasis added. As the Supreme Court of Georgia has explained, the constitutionally guaranteed right to due process of law is at its core the right of notice and the opportunity to be heard. Oh, child, this is juicy. Other case law, USCR 63 provides, unless otherwise ordered by the court, all motions in civil actions, including those for summary judgment, shall be decided by the court without oral hearing, except motions for new trial and motions for judgment, notwithstanding the verdict. Emphasis added, unless otherwise ordered. In this instance, this court should have conducted a hearing on petitioner's motion because it otherwise ordered in its temporary order that a hearing would be held. Oh, child, this lawyer is lawyering. Okay. This court previously informed the parties that the issue of filming in the marital residence is an issue that is intertwined with determining the enforceability of the prenuptial agreement. And thus, before the court rules, it would hear the issue. Child, okay. The respondent relied upon this court's temporary order, indicating that a hearing would be held before the court ruled on the petitioner's motion, as this court should have held a hearing on petitioner's motion but failed to do so. This court should vacate the November 19, 2024 order on filming in the marital residence. Child, you said you can't stay in a marriage for nothing. She shouldn't be allowed to get married anymore. Not that. You said what? Oh, yes. Thank you for liking the video. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to the mods. You said, why the hand emojis got to be so masculine? Y'all, so what did y'all talk about in this chat? I thought y'all was talking about this motion. Simon not that old and Porsha ain't no spring chicken. Okay. You said italicized words are key point emphasis. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, where was I? It says 2. This court should vacate the November 19th, 2024 order on filming in marital residence because it adjudicated the motion without supporting evidence and considered matters outside the record. Oh, child. So there's the case law that is citing. Now it's saying on October 23rd, 2024, the petitioner, through her counsel of record, sent an email directly to Judge Charles Eaton Jr.'s email address that contained a letter attachment. See exhibits. Oh, child, let me go look at the exhibit. Hold on, y'all. Let me go look at the exhibit. Oh, it's right here. Oh, what the letter said. Hold on, what the letter had said. Y'all know I got it. Hold on. Oh, this is juicy. Let me stop this screen. Let me present this screen. Share screen. This letter right here. Oh, it was in the attachment. Y'all, we are all in the business. We are all in the business. This was the letter that Porsha sent to the judge. Honorable Judge Eaton, We are writing to respectfully follow up on Miss Porsha Williams' request for an emergency order permitting filming in the marital residence, which was filed on May 20, 2024 in the above referenced case. The unresolved nature of this matter continues to significantly impact Miss Williams' ability to earn a living. As a reality television personality, her career necessitates filming within her day to day environment, including the marital residence to which she currently has temporary exclusive possession, use, and occupancy. Do y'all see? Even Portia's attorney is using the words temporary exclusive possession, use, and occupancy. Now, while we initially informed the court that the issue appeared moot due to the conclusion of filming for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Ooh, filming is over. Miss Williams has recently been presented with several new filming opportunities. Ooh, T. These projects will require her ability to film within the marital residence, making the timely resolution of this issue critical to prevent further damage to her employment, career, and income prospects. Mr. Guobadia's application for interlocutory appeal does not deprive this court of jurisdiction as to other matters unrelated to the August 21st, 2024 discovery motions order on appeal. Now he's saying the general rule that a case leaves the jurisdiction of the court of the trial court when an appeal is perfected is not impinged by by holding that purely collateral or supplemental matters are left under the control of the trial court, notwithstanding the loss of jurisdiction. So basically, he's talking about Simon had also started an appeal even though they're not finished in this court. Now, Miss Williams' request to film is distinct from the discovery issues currently under appeal. It seeks only to clarify that her exclusive possession, use, and occupancy of the marital residence includes the right to film within the home, an issue independent of and unrelated to the discovery order. In the meantime, now remember, in discovery, Simon was asking for her contract. Like, when did she get hired for the Real Housewives of Atlanta? What is her job? All of that. What does she make? All of that. And Portia refused to give it to him. So at this point, as far as the court is concerned, they don't even have no proof that Portia is a reality star. That's what I find interesting because, they disallowed it. Now, let me finish. In the meantime, Miss Williams faces increasing financial strain due to delays in the appellate process, which is further compounded by the fact that Mr. Guobadia has stopped paying for various household expenses for which he was responsible for during the marriage. Oh, what he stopped paying for? We didn't know that. But I bet he's still paying that mortgage, though. He might not pay for the lawn care. Portia need to pay for some housekeeping, some. Anyway, this situation creates a dual financial hardship for Miss Williams. The loss of income due to her inability to film in the residence and the growing burden of rising household costs and accumulating legal fees. I told y'all, even reality stars are struggling with this everything that's going on in the world today. Okay, the longer this matter remains unresolved, the greater the threat to Ms. Williams' financial stability and her ability to maintain her livelihood, making a resolution all the more urgent. As outlined in Ms. Williams' request, the production company involved in her work will not proceed without clear written consent from both parties or a court order permitting filming, leaving her in an untenable position that jeopardizes both her employment, career, and income. Ms. Williams remains agreeable to any restrictions the court deems reasonable and appropriate, including safeguards prohibiting filming in the areas of the residence containing Mr. Guobadia's personal, confidential, and or sensitive documents and belongings, such as his office and closet. Miss Williams' willingness to compromise shows that a quick and fair resolution is not only possible, but also necessary to prevent further financial harm and other irreparable damage to her career, reputation, and brand as a social media influencer and television personality. Who knew that Porsha was a social media? Well, I guess she is. She do be selling hair and sheets. She does do that, and she does do Amazon Live from the closet. You're right. So she needs it to be a social media influencer and a television personality. Given the court's familiarity with the facts of this case and in the interest of judicial economy, we respectfully request that the court issue a ruling on the matter that clarifies that Ms. Williams is permitted to film or produce television, film, or social media or other audiovisual content in or around the marital residence, as an evidentiary hearing is not required for such clarification. Alternatively, if the court is not inclined to immediately issue such a ruling, we respectfully request that this court schedule a brief 30-minute hearing at the court's earliest convenience, whether by phone, Zoom, to address the issue. So this is the letter that Simon is referencing in his order. Let me get back to this order. Hold on, child. Let me get back to the order. We back. Okay, we back. Y'all like this video. What y'all saying in this chat? Get a little duplex, give it all up. You'll be fine. Okay. I want Porsha to win because she deserves this L for how she did all the other. You want her to win or lose? I don't get it. Porsha, where is Drake? I mean, Michelle, where is Drake? I don't know. Y'all like Drake live with me. Hey, Radiance. If Simon is no longer paying for household expenses, I'm sure Porsha will hold Simon in contempt of court. Porsha and her lawyer are lying. Okay, something is going on. What is he not paying? I need to know. Porsha deserves the house and the ability to film in the house. Listening to Simon's voice for 2 years. Oh, that's so wrong. Porsha is a true gold digger. Why she deserve it? She chose to marry him. Not, I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, let me continue. Let me continue. Now, where are we? Here it is. On October 23rd, the petitioner Porsha sent through her counsel of record an email directly to Judge Charles Eaton Jr.'s email address. That's what we just read. That contained a letter attachment. Okay, see exhibits. The letter attachment contains more than just a request for relief that exists in previously filed pleadings. The letter correspondence contains legal arguments, hearsay statements, factual allegations regarding the petitioner's employment status, employment opportunities, and petitioner's financial status. Allegations regarding the status of the marital residence and household expenses, and factual allegations not previously submitted as evidence before the court. Simon's lawyer is a lawyer, okay? I'm just saying. She was like, in this letter, you didn't even, like, you told Simon he can't get this in discovery, but you putting all of this in the letter, talking about she poor, her finances is messed up, she can't earn a living, she got employment opportunities that require her to use the house, but you're not even telling nobody what these opportunities are. Yes, come through court. Anyway, let me finish reading. The information was never submitted into the record as evidence, as the court failed to conduct an evidentiary hearing on the issue of filming in the marital residence. Therefore, as the Rogers court held, the trial court is prohibited from considering matters outside the record, to the extent that the petitioner contends that any affidavits accompanying her motion serve as, quote, evidence. This argument also fails, as affidavits are not evidence properly before the court unless the pending motion is one for summary judgment. The petitioner's motion is not a summary judgment motion, and thus a hearing is necessary for evidence to be properly submitted into the record on petitioner's motion. Since the trial court considered matters outside the record in adjudicating its ruling, this court should vacate the November 19th, 2024 order permitting filming in the marital residence. Boom, bang. Where is Beyonce's bang curtain? Bang, bang, bang. Oh my God, this is juicy. I am living for it. Anyway, like this video, y'all. Like this video. It is free, honey. It is free 99. Now, number 3, this court should vacate the November 19, 2024 order on filming in marital residence in the interest and promotion of fairness. Here it come, y'all. Here it come. Listen. The petitioner, Porsha, is not entitled to the release she seeks, i.e., an emergency order stating that she can film in the marital residence, because the petitioner comes to the court with unclean hands. On our Georgia appellate courts have held for years that he who would have equity must do equity and give effect to all equitable rights in the other party respecting the subject matter of the suit. This principle is applicable where one in an equity suit seeks both legal and equitable relief. Now remember, Portia filed for divorce against Simon, but it seemed like Simon is the one who has to give up all of his assets, all of his money, all of his home. His children had to move out, all of that. What is he getting out the deal? Let's read. One who avails himself of a remedy in a court of equity is as much bound by this principle as one who is asserting in such a court a purely equitable right. The doctrine of unclean hands, also known as the clean hands doctrine or dirty hands doctrine, is an equitable defense that prevents a party from receiving relief if they have acted unethically in relation to the subject of their claim. This can include acting in bad faith, being fraudulent or deceitful, or acting unconscionably. Oh, child, remember, Simon did say that Portia entered into this prenup with false pretenses. She never loved him. She just wanted the money. It's clear she still ain't figured out why is she divorcing him in the first place. She just want to trigger the prenup. She just want to take the house. That's what it seems like to me. Okay, let's figure this out together. Listen, I'm just reading the documents. I ain't got nothing to do with this. This ain't my money. Anyway, petitioner seeks the order allowing her to film in the marital residence and bolsters her claim by arguing that filming in the marital residence is essential for her employment, that she has a quote on camera services agreement with Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that she is obligated to sign a quote customary location agreement. But the petitioner refuses to provide any documents regarding her employment. Like, how you gonna reference all of these documents and you won't show the other party the documents? Like, do they even exist? Or are you just saying it in the letter to get the judge to sign off on your stuff? Like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm with you, Simon's lawyer. Okay. Hold on, let me finish. Where we at? Okay. She refuses to provide any documents regarding her employment, the terms of her employment, nor her salary from the employment. On one hand, the petitioner wants to use her employment to obtain relief from the court. But on the other hand, she wants to use the court to avoid providing documentation of her employment to the respondent to prevent him from preparing a defense against petitioner's claim. Oh, child. Furthermore, the petitioner has been selective about what provisions of the prenuptial agreement she wants this court to enforce for her benefit. Here it comes, y'all. And what provision of the prenuptial agreement that she wants this court to ignore when doing so benefits her. Petitioner's position throughout this litigation has reeked of inequities and unfairness. Equity demands that this court vacate the November 19, 2024 order permitting filming in the marital residence accordingly. Now, look, remember in the beginning it said that there's something in the prenuptial agreement. We haven't seen the prenuptial agreement. Remember that that prohibits filming. It's due to the privacy matters for both husband and wife. So Portia ignored that part, but she didn't ignore the part that said she get to stay in the house for 2-3 years. She get to stay in the house, but what? She wants to ignore the part that says she can't film. Interesting. Okay, she signed the prenup too. Remember, y'all keep hollering about the prenup. He signed the prenup. He need to honor the prenup. Well, shouldn't she honor the prenup too? Shouldn't she honor what's in it? Let me know. Y'all tell me. Okay. In conclusion, based on the forecourt and applicable law, the respondent prays this court grants an instant motion, and it's signed by Attorney Ferry. Okay, Simon's attorney. Okay, she wrote this. Now I don't know what's gonna happen, or when it's gonna happen, or how it's gonna happen. All I know is I'm listen. The words is wording. Okay. You said this is a simple fix. Portia needs to move her ass back to her house and she can film all she wants. Okay, it's her house, Her name is on the deed. Okay, even though her mama and her mama boyfriend live there, she can film. She can put them in the basement. Her and Pilar and Dennis can film. Maybe she can film at Dennis' house. Why she want to film at Simon's house? Okay, you said Simon's gold mine is inaccessible for gold digger, aka Porsha. Child, Porsha gonna be in court for the rest of her life. I'm tired, child. Should she be tired? I know them legal bills eating her up, but I bet y'all know. Remember, the teaser actually had Kessler and whatever the attorney's name was on the show, and I'm sure that is like an unpaid advertisement. So I bet you that Randy Kessler or whoever over there is cutting her attorney's fees in half for this free promo they getting on the show. But I'm digressing. I'm just assuming. Don't sue me. I don't know. I'm just a blogger. I ain't got no money. Simon said, you and your baby daddy gotta go, honey. Gotta go. Look, y'all let me know who are y'all. Are you team Simon? Are you team Porsha? What do you think about this legal document where Simon is asking the judge to vacate this order? Remember, Porsha was celebrating. Porsha was happy. Porsha had told People magazine that God did it. And now we are finding out that in the prenup, it also says that she shouldn't be allowed to film. So she doesn't want him to fight the prenup, right? She don't want him to fight the prenup, but she wants them to order the part of the prenup that allows her to stay in the house, but not to order to enforce the part of the prenup that says that she can't film. Why is that fair? Y'all let me know. What you say? JJ said, Team Simon. Porsha blocked me because I told her to get out the house. No, she did. Now she blocked you. Now Porsha will prevail. Okay. Thank you, Miss Dogan. You said it's all foolery. It's a whole mess, honey. It is a whole mess. Anywho, I appreciate y'all. I told y'all this was gonna be quick, clean, and simple. I just wanted to tell y'all about Porsha and Simon's court documents, honey. It's Friday night, and I gotta go. I gotta go give me something to eat. Okay, I haven't had nothing to eat. I've been reading these court documents all day long. Listen. I need y'all to continue this conversation in the comment section. Y'all let me know if you team Porsha, if you team Simon. You feel like Porsha is doing too much? Let me know. Do you feel like Simon is doing too much? Let me know. Would you want to protect your assets if you were Simon? What assets are is Porsha protecting? I'm still confused because her mama in her house, is she protecting those assets by divorcing Simon? I'm confused. Anyway, y'all let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you are not subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Good night, squad. Happy Friday.